Hey everybody, I don't have the best track record of introducing myself in some of my videos that go a little bit bigger, so maybe this video can serve as a de facto landing place for people who are wondering who the hell I am. I'm Mark Darrah. I worked at BioWare from 1997 until early 2021. I worked on these games, and I actually was the person in charge of these games. I worked on some games at BioWare that got canceled, and I was in a very senior position at BioWare for the last half of my career. I was a vice president at EA, and I was the executive producer of the Dragon Age franchise. You've probably, if you're landing here, sort of recognized me because I also did a lot of press for the Dragon Ages as well as for Anthem. This channel was created shortly after I left BioWare, and it has served to allow me to impart my wisdom on the youngs through me downloading my thinking and the things that I know to a larger audience. My background is in programming, but for more than half of my career I was actually in production. My process in both production and programming was one of synthesis, meaning that I would take a very large amount of information, but pretty shallow, and then combine that in my decision-making process. I'll probably do a video following up on why I think, in a lot of ways, knowing a very little bit about a very large number of topics can be very useful in a lot of roles. Because of that, most of the videos on this channel are relatively shallow, designed for introductions or a little bit of digging deeper, but not expert level stuff. If you are not in the video game industry, you can probably watch most of the videos on this channel and get something useful out of it. My videos kind of fall into some broad categories. There's memories and lessons, which is me going through each of the major projects that I worked on and talking about what I remember and the lessons that I took away from that. We are getting close to the end of that series because we are just dropping Dragon Age Inquisition, and Anthem and a wrap-up with Morrison will follow shortly after. But if you want to follow my journey through 24 years of working at BioWare, that's a good place to start. Something that I'm really passionate about is decision making. I think it's something that people are really bad at, and something that I'm pretty decent at. I've actually done several videos about decision making, how to make decisions better and faster, ways to stick to your decision making, and I think those are useful for everyone, even if you're not interested in video game development at all. Similar to decision making are my videos about crunch and crunch culture. The major source of crunch from my perspective is a lack of completion urgency, which is a term that I guess I made up, but this is a lack of a willingness to let things be done. In some cases, the crunch is coming from a lack of completion urgency from executives. In some cases, it's a lack of completion urgency from the team. I have been working and trying to come up with ways to generate completion urgency that doesn't require you to exhaust a team in order to get there. This is something that the industry as a whole needs to get a handle on, or we're going to burn ourselves out. Things That Are Harder is my series where I take a feature or a concept that might seem really simple, like dying in video games, or doors, or 60 frames per second, and break down and explain some of the complexities that you might not understand. One of my hopes is that we can improve the literacy of the average gamer so that you don't get ridiculous Twitter threads from people thinking that you can add multiplayer to a game by simply adding multiplayer equals 1 into the code somewhere. An offshoot of Things That Are Harder is my game, might be a bit of a stretch, High Tea on the High Seas. So High Tea on the High Seas is a concept for a game, and I am making videos going through the process of creating that as a game. The goal is to actually make a game that we will release. So if you are interested in piracy or tea parties, take a look at those videos. A relatively recent series is Math Mark. My relationship with math is different than most people's relationship. I have what I have called in the past a native speaker relationship with mathematics, which isn't to say that I am a mathematician. It's more to say that I have a certain comfort level with math concepts and just the way that numbers interact with each other. So what I've been trying to do with the Math Mark series is similar to the Things That Are Harder series, take a concept in mathematics and try to explain it in a way that maybe makes sense to more people. It's a weird series because it includes one of my best performing videos, one of my most controversial videos, and some of my worst performing videos. So it's a bit of a grab bag on that one. Additionally, we are making our way through the Dragon Ages as live streams. We are almost done Dragon Age Origins, and we'll be moving on to Dragon Age 2. So if you want to see someone who worked on the game stream through a Dragon Age, that's worth checking out. And then finally, a big part of the videos that I post on this channel are more broad. They fall into what I call first cup of tea, because the experience is similar to working with me. I get into the office very early. For the first half an hour of my day, if you happen to be in the office early as well, you would have experienced a weird conversation with me on a weird topic. I've tried to keep the first cup of tea videos more focused on video game development as opposed to wandering too far afield, but those are more a broad setting, a baseline of information about the way things are in the industry, the way things might be in the industry. They are usually relatively short, so that's the final thing that sort of fills out the rest of the channel. So hopefully, if you are watching this and you've watched it this far, you are interested in me or the things that I've talked about here. So consider subscribing to the channel. Additionally, we have a membership program, and I'm going to thank my members right now. Membership gives you access to some different perks. You get access to special emojis during live chats. You get early access to videos on the upper 2 tiers of membership. And there will be some new things that I'm going to announce pretty soon once I've got everything lined up for that. So if you're interested in any of that, think about becoming a member. If you found this interesting, if you find any of my videos interesting, it's worth giving them a thumbs up, because that tells the YouTube algorithm that it's worth sharing it more broadly. And it means that the channel will get more viewership, and that helps everything out. Additionally, any sort of comment you want to throw down below also helps indicate an engagement in the video. And one final announcement for this video in particular, we are in the process of moving, as you may be able to see in the background there, from here to here. We are still working the kinks out on lighting and things, but this will be our new set. We've moved about 6 inches back and turned the chair around 180 degrees. This gives us quite a bit more control over the backdrop, and you'll start to see that changing over the next little while. Let me know what you think. So from our new set, I will see you again soon. Thank you.